Hey, this is Dave and Kristen. We're doing a review of Bluemont Winery in Twin Oaks. I believe they're both located in Bluemont, Virginia. We went to both wineries. They're both really close to each other. I'll let Kristen kick it off to how she felt about Bluemont.
Bluemont, I didn't really like many of their wines, and it was very different. Not really what I expected. The first time I've been there since, like, in their actual tasting room. I've been there once before for a wedding, and it was in a completely different, like, area. So I was expecting to be in that area, and we weren't. It was kind of interesting. It wasn't your typical wine tasting experience. You go up to the bar and you order a flight, and you kind of do your own little tasting. You can pay a little bit extra to have someone do the tasting for you. But it was just kind of confusing if you haven't been there before. You just see all these people standing in line. You're like, what is...
It sounds like you hated it.
I didn't hate it. They had gorgeous views. But the wine, none of the wines on the wine tasting that we did were that great.
It was 6 wines, 3 reds, 3 whites. The views were amazing. So I think they were maybe one of the best views, if not the best we've been to so far. It's just overlooking, it's on a hill and it's overlooking this huge valley, and you see farms and farmland and all sorts of awesome stuff. And but the wines, I agree with you, the wines were pretty terrible. The tasting was $12?
Yeah, the tasting was 10.
10. Okay, tasting was 10. They did have some amazing smelling flatbread pizzas. They smelled so good. We didn't get any. People are raving about them. They probably should have.
It smelled really good because you can't bring in any outside food. They sell their own food. And
another thing I noticed about the winery was that it didn't have a big outdoor space. So if you want to go throw the ball around or whatever you want to do, it didn't really have that. It's more for sitting down, relaxing, and looking over the view and having a good flatbread.
It did look like they were building a large patio on the side that isn't done, but again, there's not really green space that you can spread out because you're on the top of a hill, so it's all like downhill.
So what do you think? 2.5?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible they do have some good wines because they had a lot of extra wines that weren't on the tasting that we did, and if you paid extra for the tasting with a wine person, they tasted different wines than what's the one you do by yourself. But yeah, overall 2.5, I'd say.
That solves that one. But really gorgeous views, can't stress that enough. And then for the other one, which was
Twin Oaks Tavern Winery.
I'll go first on Twin Oaks. We'd been there before. Really awesome tasting room. Kind of in a really neat spot. Super good decor on the inside, made you feel really homey. They do play live music every now and then. They weren't playing it then. But we got to meet the winemaker. They did have some decent wines.
They had some pretty good wines, and I really liked their mulled wine.
Yeah, and they were just kind of a different flavor than what I was normal for. Like their Merlot was a little bit different flavor than what I'm used to. Not that it was bad, it was just different. I wasn't expecting it. A little bit more flavorful than the wines are. So fruity, spicy. You got a lot bit more stuff. But overall, the views are pretty good. Thank you for your milk. The views are pretty good. Not overlooking anything, so it's kind of in like a forest setting. But it does it over? I guess it does overlook onto it.
Mountains, you can see.
Mountains, but
got crazy decks everywhere.
Yeah, multiple levels, multiple different places to escape to. Overall, we did have a bowl of chili, served in a plastic dish, not really too classy, pretty
with some Doritos.
Pretty low brow, but overall, I'd probably say I'd give it a 3.5. I'd say.
Yeah, out of 5, 3.5.
3.5. That's it.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.